So I watched this in theaters on March 21st. It's a pretty good movie. I do think that there was a little bit too many explosion kills. Well, in the first movie, it worked because it was like the big plot twist. You didn't think. You were questioning on whether the supernatural element was real or if these people in this cult were just fucking crazy. And then the end for everybody to blow up, it's a perfect ending. In this movie, it's just a bunch of people kind of blowing up. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's like, oh, we're doing that again. The washer kill was probably my favorite kill in the movie. It's pretty brutal, it's pretty funny, it's a good combination of the two. Um, Pretty good cast. The fucking dude who was in Abigail's here, plus, uh, Samara Weaving's sister in this movie is the same girl that was in Abigail that had the best line of the movie, in my opinion, where she goes, "Am I? Oh my God!" She said maybe when she finds out that she might turn into a vampire. Spoilers for Abigail, but I feel like if you like vampire movies, you probably would have saw it by now. um, so the plot of this movie is that the criminal overworld or the people in this cult or whatever have to finish the job, and now there's a bunch of different families that are trying to kill her to get in good with the devil. um One of them tries to kill her early, so he explodes. He's the guy that was in Abigail. I didn't watch any trailers, so it was a pleasant surprise to find out that the random girl that everybody was talking about was her sister. I don't know if they ended up revealing it in a later trailer or what, but yeah, it's her estranged sister. It does lead to some cliche lines here and there, but nothing eye roll worthy because it's typical to have in a horror movie estranged siblings get forced to work together. But they do it in a fun way and it's not too much in your face. Um, they're both really fun in the role. Samara Weaving gets some of her crazy screams in that are just so good. Uh, which is a little bit of a weird thing to say, but if you're a horror fan, you understand. Um, there's some new fun fights in this. Some new rules we find out. Not too many that seem to contradict any of the previous rules either. But I haven't seen that movie in at least a year or two, so who knows? I might be wrong. Um, Anyways, we do find out this one new rule that she can marry into one of these families and everything will be fine. So this one lady tries to get her to marry her son, but unfortunately, she doesn't go along with it because then she'd have to be in a cult. And then she accidentally makes that lady kill somebody. So now she's dead and her son is dead, which her son was just this dude that was introduced in a scene of him playing on the Nintendo Switch and asking for the Wi Fi password. His death scene is pretty funny when he blows up. I do like that one where he's like, "Why is everybody looking at me?" And then he just fucking blows up. There was also a funny gag with the butler who, one of the guys hides behind her and she gets covered in blood, and then he fucking just asks her for a refill of alcohol. Well, later, she gets revenge on that guy and kills him by stabbing the shit out of him. Yeah, a lot of the characters in this movie were fun. You know, I think that the fucking asshole dude that literally volunteers his wife to go on the hunt for him was just fucking insane. I was so surprised seeing that in the theater. Um, it was fucking funny. I couldn't believe he would do that. But back to the wife thing. Actually, she just takes off, which you think would be forfeiting and killing their whole bloodline. I'm pretty sure that's how they explained it in the movie. If you don't participate, you're forfeiting. She drove off and didn't kill the fucking people, and it didn't look like she was coming back. She fucking just took off. So why the hell did we never see her blow up? Why didn't the fucking her husband blow up until the end of the movie? And then one minor nitpick is one of the girls she fights with. She pepper sprays her in the eye, and she gets pepper sprayed in the eye too. We see her get, the pepper spray out of her eye by putting some water in there or something. But we never see the other girl do it. We just kind of see her fighting again. Um, I guess she could have done it off screen, but it would have been nice to even just see her do it in the background. Maybe I missed it. I don't know. This was a first time viewing in a theater. I can't back it up. Uh, Overall, this movie was really fun. I didn't expect a sequel to be this good. I expected it to be average and just expand upon the lore a little bit, but it expanded upon the lore a decent amount, and all the characters were pretty fun. I mean, one or two of them were generic, like the dude who dies in the washer. You don't really learn much about him. I don't even think he speaks that much. But yeah, decently fun movie. And we also find out at the end of the movie, though I thought it was obvious early on, that this movie's taking place like only a few days after her first wedding, which is crazy. And, at the end of the movie, she ends up marrying one of the people in the cult to get out of dying. But then she kills him and says that she doesn't want to be in the cult anymore and says whoever wants control can have it. And she's just able to get out of it just like that. It feels a little bit too easy, but still a very satisfying ending seeing her kill that piece of shit. Because he literally kills his own sister in the movie. But yeah, it did feel a little bit too easy. The movie kind of writes it off with a joke, though. Like, surprisingly, there isn't too much info about people leaving the cult. And then that's really all they give us. I do think it's a pretty fun movie, though.